Yes sir, as you can see we are back live and direct. Nilikuwa nimehata sana hii kukula sana last week. Mlikuwa mnakula tu peke yenu hapa hivi, nilikuwa nimetazama tu mayai nini but ni sawa sasa. It is well, I'm back. Na chakula yangu iko nimeshaonja display kama kawaida. We're chilling right here with Chef Alimandre. And of course this is Willis and there is Willie also from Ngong Hills. Karibu sana. Yes, so Chef Ali, what are we doing today? First of all, naona tuko na fruits. Kuna hii ni mahamri ama uliniambia difference ya mahamri na mandazi?
Hii ni mandazi. Ukiona kitu kuna sura, hii ni mandazi.
Kuna sura.
Mandazi kuna sura nyingine, sio sura ya Kimombasa, mahamri. Mandazi kuna sura nyingine, yani imekaa yani hivyo tu. Anyway, big difference is that, you know, mahamri should have that white layer in the middle, like, you know, the white lining. Do you mahamri ya kipwani? So not nothing at the end of the day, but mandazi basically is a different shape. It's more of like, you know, it can be round, it can be square, but at the end of the day, it's nice. Alafu iko a bit, you know, iko na nyama mingi sana. It's more cakey, like kama half cake. Mshanifahamu vile, lakini mahamri iko na space in the middle. Ukikata, it's like, you know, ni kama ngozi tu hivi. Alafu can just ile mbazi pale ndani. Oh my god, you remind me of Mombasa.
Sasa mimi nimeona umeshaenda yani umekata. Alafu unaweka mbazi ndani. Alafu nini na huyu.
That's the thing. And again, of course, it's an amazing episode. We're going to do a burger special, of course, thanks to Ngong Hills. We're here with Chef Willie as well, and we're just going to make it happen. We're going to do some lovely burgers out of the... We're going to show you how to make burger from scratch. We have some lean beef here, as you can see. Nyama ya kima. Nyama ya kima. What we're going to do, we're just going to flavor this with a bit of some garlic, ginger, a bit of some lime, you know, a bit of some... lot of flavors, some onions and everything. Just make nice patés, and then we show you how to make burgers at home.
Pate nili nini?
Pate ni tambo kifinya hivi kama katlesi hivi ndio ni pate. So make like
katlesi. Uko Mombasa?
I'm in Mombasa today, and then we're going to make some chicken burger as well, and then towards the end we're going to have a feast. So tashindana mimi na Willis hapa na Joey namna ya kula ile burger. So it's going to be a competition. At the end of the day, one's going to get a gift. Of course, we have lovely gifts breaking gifts today, and at the end of the day, we also have Eric Kibe all the way from
Safi Serve. Yes, he's going to be telling us about hygiene. Juma jana onja government ilifunga hoteli mbili. Sasa we also need to know about hygiene, everything. And I hear there's also, and I'm going to ask him when it comes, mambo ya ata temperature ya chakula. Ukiweka kwenye friji, temperature. Ukitoa, ukiwarm, kuna temperature yenye acceptable to the stomach, although I stand to be corrected. Yes, so it's going to be an amazing episode as always. And just like Chef Ali said, you get a chance to win from Ngong Hills, Chef Willie.
Yes, we have for lunch for 2, and at the end we are going to ask you a question, and if you get it right, win yourself lunch for 2 at Ngong Hills Barbecue Sunday. So don't go away, keep watching. You might be lucky one.
Yes, it's like
Barbecue Sunday
winning show, because we also have gift hamper from Kerichugol today. So people are going to win a lot of stuff today, right? It's like an award show. Tunapeana tu.
Unatia ndani ukishinda. I mean surely. Show gani hii tena inaweza kuwa kama hii? Kama namna hii. Lava wa job hapa hivi tunakula nini. Meanwhile, fair warning Jeff kwa inanga tafadhali. Nisitaki kukuona hapa. Nimekuambia na mapema. When I jealous, ubaki uko 96. So here you go. We have all this ready, of course. Like Chef Ali says, there's Kericho tea, Kericho gold tea. Then, of course, the fruits spread right here. And we're going to be coming back to chill. We have some pineapples. We have some by the way.
It's basically like, you know, more of like a breakfast meal on its own. We're talking about some yogurt, a bit of some cereals happening in there as well. Some fruits, you know, layered with some lovely, you know, flavored yogurt. So it's just like a meal on its own. You have this glass in the morning. You are like amazing. You're sorted. It has everything inside, all the nutrients. We're talking about the cereals, we have yogurt, we have fruits, so it's kind of a bit balanced. We have a bit of some yogurt there, so, you know, we're good. Yeah. We're good.
Alright. So, of course, keep it here. Hashtag for breakfast at Willis Saburu, at Chef Ali Mandri, at Ngong Hills. It's going to be, as we like to say, it's going to be lit. Yes, as I said, we're going to be learning about hygiene as well. Eric Kibe is going to be joining us later. Safi Serve. So hata sahi nimegopata kukula kwa sababu I'm being watched. So we'll take a break and we'll be right back. Yeah, mabibi na mabwana, shukran sana kwa kujiunga nasi tena kwa wakati huu tuko hapa hivi, tunakuja kwenye moja kwa moja kutoka Communication Center hapa jijini Nairobi, na leo tumewaandalia chakula, vyakula kocho mchuzi rojo. Niko sawa? Nini?
Mtuzi.
Mutuzi. Spit on the mic. What up, Joey? Okay, let's give Joey some time. Yeah.
Right, so wow, you know, today we're making hamburgers, right? Chef Ali.
Yeah, and I'm all, you know, yani nimevalishwa hizi kuna jina zingine, but anyway,
Night trial. They are night trial. Ni gloves ama gloves?
kuna jina nyingine ile inatumika vingine ile, unajua inakuwa sinji haina vidole vitano. Anyway, we're actually leo ni story ya kuwa wasafi. Unacheka nini wewe? Ni story ya kuwa wasafi sana at the end of the day, and we need to be clean, and we cook, and of course talk about hygiene at the end of the day. That's really nice. And I'm the usual naked chef, you know me guys, like, you know, I don't do this, but hey, it's really important. We're going to have Eric today. We're going to do this. But now let's make some burger.
Make some burgers. Tunatengeneza burger hivi ushavaa gloves, na tunaendelea sasa. So unaweza shika nyama vizuri tukiwekelea
mince beef here. What we're gonna do, we're just gonna, like, you know, marinate it, or rather like flavor it with a bit of some garlic. So we're gonna put that. So garlic, I'm gonna go in with some garlic ginger paste. That's directly pakandani. You want that beautiful flavor in there. And then we're gonna go in with a bit of some onions.
Onion?
Yeah, as well. And then of course a pinch of salt. That's a dash. That's a dash, not a pinch, right? And then we're gonna go with some black pepper.
Black Lives Matter.
A dash of black pepper. Yeah, we want it nice and, you know, that a bit spicy, and then we're gonna break in an egg. Right? We're gonna break in one egg in there. You can do lime juice if you want. I'd rather do a bit of some vinegar. Right? Let's do a bit of some vinegar to get that nice tangy taste in there.
You like some vinegar?
I love me some vinegar.
My tangy taste.
Tangy taste.
Tangy taste, no, okay. Some kick.
And
Good girl.
When you mix it up, it's gonna be really light. Now you want to thicken it a bit with a bit of some breadcrumbs. So let's go in with breadcrumbs, chef. So that we can be able to make our pate. Yes, man, I learned my gloves like meaning safi sana.
So you're gonna make the pate. Ulisema pate ni hiyo kanini?
They come a designer cutlessy, you know, like the round thing. All right. So here, this will give me around 4 burgers. So yeah, a bit more. So you want to mix it up until it's nice and, you know, shapeable, and you can be able to shape it. So there, that way, nice. This looks good already, and it tastes really good as well, because at the end of the day, shake kila kitu. Unaweza kula kiwa mbichi hivi at the end of the day. Really good. Really hot pan.
Really?
Mbichi, nyama mbichi. Aren't we talking about food safety today?
I know, I'm like the point.
That's why we really need Eric aje hapa, eh?
Eric is going to be coming from Safi Sav na already amekutoa mark.
You know, sometimes I always say that you need to have some fun when cooking, eh? So, you know, just have your blast. So this is a pate already done. You want it as thin as possible. You want to shape it. You normally weigh it, but hey, there's no time for weighing. I mean, we do our things our way.
And so this, and then also the buns are being toasted.
Toasting the buns a bit, and then you just want to place this on the non-stick pan, and then now you want to cook it until it's cooked through towards the inside. Yani ndani pia imeiva vizuri, because again, when you're making anything mince, it's supposed to be cooked to mnasema medium rare nini iwe 100% cooked.
See, rare, medium rare, and well done.
Well done. Kizungu sio ilikuja na meli.
So you don't do like the medium rare, all that.
No,
you don't.
It has to cook, because there's a lot of bacteria happening inside here, and Eric again is gonna come talk to us about this.
Kuna bacteria.
Yeah, kuna bacteria.
What's that saying? Something. Niko area kama bacteria.
Like living bacteria, right? Living bacteria, yeah, they live inside the kernel, like, you know, because it's minced, you know. So there's a lot of things happening inside there. Nika vile mayai iko salmonella. Yeah,
Salmonella.
Inanikumbusha aki back.
Salmonella typhi.
Inanikumbusha back in university. Sometimes it's really good, and again, education is also really, really important. So
well, okay.
So ndio.
When we're talking about well done, how many minutes on each side? Like, when do you decide to flip them?
2 minutes per side, and then normally we finish them in the oven, but today we have to cook them longer on the pan because they have to finish off there. so itabidi tupike zaidi pale, which is fine at the end of the day. So I'm going to have one.
Between hii nyama na pia tutafanya kuku. Gani na take time
I would say most of the same time, because chicken cooks really fast, and chicken is not mince. It's basically like the whole fillet cooks really fast, and then the mince also cooks really fast. So probably we just want to turn it. Let's turn it, chef. Yeah, let's turn it.
na ujue filet ni ile mnaitanga fillet.
Look at that, beautiful, nice, great. So you just want to cook it, and as this cooks that way, I'm just going to put some cheese. So we put some cheese on top already.
Yes.
All right. Let's just put some slices of cheese on top, so that it cooks underneath, and then the cheese melts on top.
Yeah, slowly we're getting to learn the Chef Ali's signature specials. So cheese and Tabasco.
Let me tell you, last week we were cheeseless. Chef Ali felt like crying. He was like, "Where's the cheese? Can we put cheese in the eggs? Where's the cheese?"
There was no cheese. Who took my cheese? Who moved my cheese?
That's the thing. So I think we should grill a bit of some tomatoes as well, chef. Let's just
Tomatoes? No, but why?
yeah. So you're having burger, but
Tomatoes are my least favorite thing, by the way.
no, but when you grill them, it's just going to be amazing. You love them.
Taonja kama nyama.
Kidogo. Hey, inapata harufu ya nyama pale ndani. It's going to get some nice nyama flavor. Eh? Wait.
How about the onions? Are you grilling those as well? Are you caramelizing them or?
Caramelized tena. Where?
The onions are
Jawe.
caramelized. So how we caramelize the onions is basically just get a hot pan, put in the onions, and then put in some vinegar. So it's going to cook, it will boil up, and then towards the end now it will produce its own sugars. It's going to be nice and sweet, because onions has sugar, natural sugars inside. So when you cook them, you caramelize them with some vinegar, you get a nice reddish color, and then it produces its own sugars, becomes very beautiful for a burger filling. Really nice. It's better than like the normal mbichi onion.
Onion.
Yeah.
Caramelize.
Caramelize the
Maneno makubwa. Keep talking to us, but then keeping your ear close to the television, because swali inaweza tokea anywhere, and you get to win Sunday barbecue at Gong Hills Hotel for 2. So kama unatafuta kitu ya kufanya Sunday, utakuwa sawa hapo hivi kata cha Gong Hills Hotel.
nilikuwa nishasahau tena kuvaa gloves. Unajua ile
nitrile, better get your nitrile on.
cross contamination. Sasa unaona zile gloves ile nachukua safu ingine, because ile gloves ya kwanza ilikuwa nimeshika nyama. Sasa nachukua glove ingine, manake I want to start assembling my burger, and this gloves is a bit small. Kuna
mikono ni kubwa, si kama za Donald Trump.
Mtu akona mikono mikubwa ina maana
ako na akili kubwa.
Great. So let's layer the burger right now, and as you can see, everything is covered with clean film today. Hello, we are clean, eh? Sisi ni wale. Oh, we need
Wale wasafi wale. Create some.
What you start with, you're gonna take your mayo. Great. So
unajua kwa Kijaluo mayo ni alama ya, ni kama kina Joy wanasemanga asi. Mayo. Mayo sasa ni asi ya Kijaluo.
So you want to take some mayo there.
Yeah, vile unasema.
And then you want to take that underneath. And then now, what's going to happen, I'm going to do, is the burger cooked already? Almost? Great. So before the burger, let's do a bit of some onions. With the caramelized onions, here we are. Great. Some caramelized onions. I'm just going to take them. Getting lovely flavors in the burger. Great. I'm going to take some tomatoes. These are basically cooked tomatoes. So
cooked tomatoes.
Yep. Kind of grilled, you want those yumminess. That yumminess flavor in the burger. So if vitu vibichi tu mtu nakula burger unashangaa unakula salad ama unakula burger, nicely cooked. Great. Now I think the burger is good. I think it's good. Let's take the first one. Yeah, that nice layer. Great, fantastic, looks really good. And then we're gonna
mamangu mzazi.
Well, first of all, the smell. I'm like at Sunday barbecue at Ngong Hills already. It's fantastic.
Ishafika.
Great.
Tuko woo.
Do you have anything like sauce or something we can put on top?
Yes, do we have anything like a sauce?
Yeah, we have some ketchup. So before that,
ketchup to catch up. Gotta catch up with some ketchup.
Yeah, get nice ketchup.
Numb.
You want the juiciness to happen on your burger. Ukiwa unaifinya. Alafu sasa tumalize tena na onions zingine. So build some more onions on top. Oh my god, this is delicious.
Ready.
You wanna cover it. Alafu sasa ni mashindano ya kukula. Wacha nikushikie.
Oh, so iko ready.
Iko ready hiyo.
Vile unasema hivyo iko ready.
Unafinya, alafu unauma. Na ukifinya unashikilia hivi. Sasa if there's anything dripping, it's dripping in your mouth. Hivyo. Haya.
Haya.
I will hold this for Willis.
Saidia kushika plate.
You need this much help to eat a burger.
Let's take a close up.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Let's take a close up look.
angalia, tazama baga kwanza, tazama jinsi inavyo drip cheese pale hivyo. Is it juicy? Is it great? Does it look good? Do you feel like reaching into the camera and into the TV rather and taking it? Do you feel that way? Then our work here is done. But before we continue, the official Citizen TV tester, I'm right here.
Assisted by Chef Ali.
Yes, iko kwa JD by the way. Ukiangalia hapo chini na kwanza, it is the same conditions too. You can be called upon at any time. You can work
Iko kwa nini ya Instagram, bio ya Instagram.
iko kwa Instagram bio. Official Citizen TV tester.
That looks really
Here we
good,
go.
honestly. It looks really good. Sasa unashikilia na mkono miwili.
Mkono yangu ni kubwa pia, unaona?
Unaona the juices. Oh my god, those juices are so good. All right.
He's gonna need a serviette.
Yeah, I'll need a serviette by the way after. Mtazamaji, tazama tena. This by the way is just like civic education kama elections. It is my duty to Kenyans. Let's do this.
Amen.
You just gotta let it all in there, Willis. Just don't be afraid. Can't talk.
Hiyo caramel nini?
The caramelized onions, right? With the natural sugar. So the caramelized onions are sweet, and you get that nice sourness, of course, from the vinegar. It's just delicious. I can. Eneza kuonja vile akikula. Nahisi.
Unaweza hisi jinsi nilivyo.
Are you tasting or are you eating? What?
Oh, sorry, I was going to take one more just to make sure.
Yes, your taste.
Ndio lazima.
Tafikisha katikati.
Ndio tujue kama katikati na taste same. Si tulikuwa naambiwa ni well done.
I think now we can speak to Eric, right?
So as Willis is continuing to taste this amazing burger courtesy of Chef Ali, we promised you were going to talk about food safety, which is a very important topic, especially in Kenya at this time. So Eric, if you can come on over and talk to us about some of the things we've been doing here this morning and just food preparation in general. I'll have you go ahead and introduce yourself.
Sure, thanks, Joyce. So my name is Eric Kibe. I'm the program director at SAFI-SAV. We're positioned as a food hygiene standard, and we work with food premises to manage food hygiene and safety as an operational risk, so that we're reducing the impact of foodborne illness. And we do that by training food service workers. We found that over 95% of food premises don't manage food risks, and the majority of food service workers don't have the knowledge and the skill that it requires, so we bridge that gap by training. So food safety is complex. We've seen a resurgence of foodborne illness recently in Nairobi, so we work to reduce that impact. So we help people manage 4 risks when it comes to food. The first is physical hazards, like physical objects in food. So like, for example, this is covered with plates.
Just show that.
Yeah, so so as to avoid physical contaminants coming into contact with the food. So covering food helps to do that. Another thing that we help manage is chemical hazards, which are unintended chemicals ending up in food. So you might have cleaning agent in the kitchen, so you want to separate that from the food so that it doesn't end up in the food. The third thing we help people learn how to manage is allergens. I don't know if you are familiar with allergies. Allergens cause allergies. You might know someone who's allergic to, say, shellfish or shrimp. So if you don't manage that well, it could end up contaminating another food. It could impact someone else. And last but not least, and you heard Chef Ali really emphasize that, is managing microbiological contaminants. These are things like bacteria, viruses, the bacteria that causes cholera, for example, or typhoid, and it's managing and removing that from the food. And the way to do that is to use a food thermometer. I have one here.
All right.
This is called a probe thermometer when it comes to food. It has a sensor that you insert in the food, and it has a gauge that you can read the temperature, and you need to know what the correct internal temperature is for different foods.
So what foods are we talking about? Are we talking about meat specifically here?
It will be actually everything. So high-risk foods. High-risk foods tend to be proteins, so meats can be really risky. Chef Ali made a really good-looking burger. Ground beef or ground meat tends to be high risk because it's mixed, and if you expose it to what's called the danger zone, which is temperatures between 4 degrees Celsius and 60 degrees Celsius, bacteria could multiply. So the way to manage that is to use a thermometer so that you know you're cooking it to the right internal temperature, so that when you serve it to Willis and he enjoyed it, you know that it's safe. You also notice Chef Ali use egg to mix into that. Eggs can be contaminated with salmonella, which is a very risky bacteria, so this really also helps to reduce that. So we educate people on how to manage that process from end to end.
So I'm sure there's people watching at home, and there's been quite a panic with the recent cholera outbreak, and just in their own food preparation at home, what are some of the do's and don'ts, some of the basic do's and don'ts in terms of preparing food in the home?
Absolutely. So food, we're all food consumers. So it doesn't matter whether you're at home or a restaurant or a commercial establishment. Managing food risk is everyone's responsibility. So at home, hand washing becomes really, really important because your hands can become a conduit or can transfer bacteria and other microbiological contaminants to food. So hand washing is really important. Also knowing where you're sourcing your foods from. If you're buying vegetables from the market, try and see if you can trace where they're coming from. Make sure they're grown with safe water so that they're not contaminated by irrigation water. And even if they are, you can cook them to the right internal temperature. Another thing you could do is also buy one of this. It costs about 2,500 from a caterer supply store, and you could use it at home also. And also refrigeration becomes a way to manage food so that you keep food cold so that it doesn't get into the danger zone. Also, you can get color-coded chopping boards, so you have maybe a red one for the red meat, a white one or yellow one for different kinds of meat, because some microbes exist in certain types of food. So if you don't manage that well, you could transfer contaminants from one food type to another. So here we have color-coded chopping boards. So you could use the red one for red meat, the blue one for fish, and the yellow one for vegetables. That way you're not cross-contaminating. You're not transferring microbes from one food type to another.
Just to be clear, especially with the cholera outbreak, a lot of people have been saying, so what should I avoid? Should I avoid salads? Should I avoid fruits? Should I avoid meats? Is it capable of being in all of these types of foods?
Yeah, so cholera is caused by bacteria. It could be in all types of food. It can come from the supply chain. The food could be contaminated with that. It could also be in water. So we actually help businesses and food service premises comply with the law. Cap 242 of the Public Health Act actually says that you should use potable water, which is water that is safe. So it could be in the water. So make sure you're using water from a safe source, right? So that it doesn't contaminate the food. It could also be in the food, which means cooking it to the right internal temperature kills the bacteria that causes it. So it's really across the board. So it's about hygiene and safety, but also the human person can also cause contamination because the bacteria could also come from your hands if you're using the toilet facilities. So hand washing becomes really important. In fact, our program SafiServe is running a campaign called Osha Mikono, because hand washing is a deliberate action when it comes to food safety management. It's meant to make food safe. So if you're doing it often, it becomes a catalyst for other positive action when it comes to supporting to making sure food is safe. So hand washing is really important as well.
The statistics that you mentioned of restaurants that you said 95%
are not using a formal approach to managing food risk.
That is very scary, and thankfully you're changing that. So how is it that people can get more information about SafiServe, what you do, and hope maybe want to train their staff or train their various restaurants?
Good question. So yeah, we work directly with 8 segments of the market where food is prepared and served. They could get in touch with us through our website, safiserve.co.ke. Our contact information is there. They could also like us on social media, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, using the hashtag SafiServe or the handle SafiServe. I also want to emphasize that consumers are really a powerful agent when it comes to making food safe. If we demand that the people that are catering food to us demonstrate food safety, then they have an obligation to do that. So I'd encourage anyone who's watching to like us on social media, because it allows us to show the marketplace and food service premises that this is important to consumers, so that they then bridge the gap by educating people and using a knowledge-based approach to addressing food risks.
These gloves that you brought for Chef Ali and Co today, he didn't remember the name of the specific type of glove?
Sure. These are they're called nitrile gloves. They're food contact gloves. They're made for food. The reason they're blue is if it breaks, you're actually able to see it in the food. You could retrieve it, so that you don't cause a physical contaminant. The other thing is traditional gloves, or the gloves you find in your supermarket, on your supermarket shelf, are made with latex. And latex can be an allergen. It can cause certain people to react negatively to that exposure. So it's important to use the right kind of gloves, because you're coming into contact with food. So yeah, these are made with a substance called nitrile, which is food safe.
And latex free. Do you have a question for Eric?
Yeah, the white ones, the latex ones, also consist a bit of some powder. Is the powder like an allergy or something? Is it going to be like,
Okay, they come up with a powder as well. That powder is also a chemical of some kind. So remember, we said one of the things we manage is chemical contaminants. So you don't want that ending up in the food. So these are made free of those chemical contaminants that could become an issue. Yeah.
All right, so we're going to cross over to some music in studio. Of course, we'll be back with more Chef Ali, Chef William. Eric, by the way, if you're watching and have questions for him in regards to food safety, you can tweet those to at Citizen TV Kenya. Use the hashtag Power Breakfast, so stick around. We can ask him some of your questions as well. But for now, some music here on Power Breakfast.
One, 2, 3. Hiyo ni mago mnatazama mtazamaji. Tumetia ndani moja, tumeongea mambo ya health, sasa tumetengeneza beef burger, sasa tutatengeneza chicken burger. Au vipi? Namna gani?
Burger ya kuku.
Sawa kama Michael Njega, shout out Kumuri, Dana ya Citizen TV. Onyesha watu Mike Njega, onyesha watu waone, watakuje. Kuja nikemani. Ya. Check it. Usema uhoro. Na mtu anasema
Mike Njega. Uhoro.
Nidamugeithia muno already as Citizen TV. Roshini ro mothe tukuria baga. Na tumaudu tugita tu.
Are you hungry?
Well, I mean every morning when I pass here, you always tempt me.
Well, today you're invited.
So today I'm invited, and I'm really happy, and I can't wait to start working on this one.
Kuone kwa screen.
Oh.
Tasting.
Okay.
Tuone tu compare na Willis.
Where?
You can continue elsewhere, that's fine. That's really good. That's beef.
It's this time that you hear God more clearly. Well, like,
Amen.
I wish you were here. I have to go for a show.
Thanks for stopping by.
do appreciate. Thanks for the burger.
amesema you hear God clearly.
Okay, back to the chicken burgers.
All right. Even as we continue to make cake that the food that opens heavens, Chef Ali, what are we doing next?
We're making some chicken burger, and basically we're using like thin layers of chicken strips. Look at that, very nice and thin. And the idea is that you want them to cook like within 2 to 3 seconds on the hot pan.
2 to 3 seconds.
Kidogo tu hivyo, it can be 30 seconds. It's fine. Sometimes
we need at least a minute. Oh yeah, just here.
Well done, my friend. Well done.
Salt, a dash of salt as usual. I'm not the Salt Bay fan because hey man, mean just Salt Bay. Anyway, great. Oh, so great. So we just kept making this nice marinade. It's basically very simple: garlic, ginger, and a bit of some thyme in there, and salt there, and happening, and then a bit of some white pepper. It's white meat, so we're doing white pepper. Great. So we have a really hot pan happening there. That's pan is hot, chef. Great. And we're just gonna throw wheat up there. So it's like, this is really thin. You can confuse it with like, bacon, like kind of like, this, we can call it chicken bacon because it's really thin. And this really hot pan, just gonna go up there. I'm gonna get some fire. Yeah, we will. Just a minute. Make it happen. Alright. Great. Naeka kidogo. Hapa ipate kutokota kidogo. Alafu naenda.
Fire upon the place. Fire upon the place. Fire burn them things. Wanna do this thing for the television set. David Osian, naona hata wewe unatazama sana. Ukula tu kwa macho, David Osian. Mayo, sema mayo.
Mayo.
Great. So we can just start turning them. Kidogo. Yeah, it cooks really fast. Probably not 3 seconds, but probably like 30. That would be good. Then again, hygiene. We've just been speaking to Eric about hygiene, and at the end of the day, so it's really important to have them well done. Again,
yeah, it has to be well done.
Yeah, again, chicken needs to be well done. Hakuna story rare, medium rare. No, it has to be.
So chicken, ile umelisema mayai iko na salmonella. So chicken iko na chicken pox.
Hata sijui pengine paka tuulize sasa chicken iko na chicken pox ama iko na bacteria gani?
Ama bad flu.
I think so. Yeah.
Salmonella.
Salmonella also, right?
It's a protein thing, I guess.
Maybe. Why am I talking like I know what I'm talking about?
I know, like, well.
I'm a chef. I only know how to cook and probably how to market. I think I turned from a chef to a marketer. But hey, that's how life takes us, you know. Great. So we're just gonna make
So tuwatayarisha mdogo mdogo.
Yep. Tuendelee sasa.
Tuendelee sasa kuitengeza sasa.
So yeah,
Compilation watagwan.
compile vizuri hapa. Great. So tunaanza tena kama kawaida. Samayo.
Samayo. Lazima useme mayo. Hii si mayo, ni mayo. Keti mayo.
Okay, naangalia kuku ikiva. Great. Now we have some mayo happening there. So a nice layer of mayo. You want that, you know, that beautiful flavor happening in there as well. And we're going to go in with some lettuce underneath. As usual, this is like a staple. Ni lazima weke lettuce kwa burger.
This one makes it a burger. Kama ina lettuce, nazi.
That look, gives it that burger look. And then you want it to hang out a bit underneath. Kwanje pale. Alafu sasa ndo naenda na kuku. Sasa tungelele kuku ambayo imeiva kidogo.
Weka ndo as the lettuce hangs out. Weka sasa nyama hapo. Some chicken.
Like, you know, a couple of layers, you know. We want some layers happening there. Now we can go in a bit of some ketchup.
For the juicy, saucy.
Get that nice juicy look. And then now again let's go in with some onions. Some caramelized onions. Great, here we are. Some caramelized onions.
Right, I guess that's why we're going to ask the question. What is, very simple, what is the name of these onions? Na tunaweka. Yes. Na imepikwa na nini?
Kuna gift temper kutoka Kericho Gold. Kuna lunch for two at Ngong Hills. Hey, my friend.
One person is winning all these things. The lunch for
Two people.
Oh, two people. Two different winners. So there's lunch for two at Ngong Hills Hotel on Sunday at the barbecue. And there are some goodies from Kericho Gold here. All right.
So to answer the question, is this onions right here? Yeah, what are the name of these onions? They're not any different. So what are the name? The hashtag to use is Power Breakfast. Let us know. Tweet us at TV Kenya at Chef Ali Mandari at Joey_Mudhengi with the correct answer. The first person to get it will get it. I guess that's what it is. So hii ni layer 2.
Hii ni layer 2. Alafu sasa tunaenda nini tena na nyanya tena. Na nyanya sasa, nyanya ikiwa hivyo. Tunaifanya, we stuck this burger. Hey, cheese brother. Cheese.
I knew it. I wasn't going to say anything, but I was waiting.
Cheese happening on top here. It melts vizuri. Alafu tunaekelea tena pale juu. Hii burger lazima hii anakula wili si.
Burger lazima nitakula mimi, sina shida mimi. Kukula tu nimebarikiwa. It is my duty. My civic duty.
Because I want it to melt really haraka. Alafu nachukua kuku huyu na mwekelea hapa juu hivi. Alafu sasa ndo atashikana, alafu tukinyanyua hivi inanyanyuka yote pamoja.
Unanyanyua.
Unaona sasa, nyanyua sasa. Nyanyua. Hiyo, alafu na unaipendua hapa.
Imenyanyika.
Kwa hivyo,
imenyanyika.
Unachukua mfiniko sasa unafinika hivi.
Burger iko na layer mingi sana.
Anakimbia jamani Joey.
Joey anatengeneza chai yeye.
Anatengeneza chai. Great.
Oh my God, this burger is just the burger. Like easy chicken burger.
Tuache ipoe kidogo tengeza chai, si ndio?
Tuache ipoe, but sijui kama watazamaji unaiangalia na kama unaiona kweli hii burger iko na layer kama 2-3, but it's chicken. It has some cheese dripping over there and some caramelized onion, some lettuce and some mayo. Usiketi mayo nyakakanyo. Oh, sorry, that is French for washaweka mayo hapo. Asine no.
Okay, so tea time, my favorite time.
Great. So time to make some tea, and today we're making some apple and cinnamon. Great. Here we are.
Apple and cinnamon. Smells so good.
So bring the tea again. It's an art, and it depends how strong you want it. So in the pack it's actually written really well. If you want it really strong, you want to keep it for 4 minutes inside. If you want medium, 3 minutes. If you want mild, 2 minutes. So that's good. Great. So let's just brew it. I know you just become a pro in brewing tea, eh? It's your favorite tea. Great. So you're gonna brew it for 2 minutes. You're gonna get nice and mild. 3 minutes you're gonna get like, you know, medium. Alafu sasa 4 minutes utapata conch, very nice and conch. And again, it's an infusion. There's a gift hamper going away today. Look at that, really nice gift hamper. So up for grabs. So tweet us at Chef Ali Mandri, at Willis Raburu, at Joey_Muthengi, at Fred Ndimuli, and of course at Citizen TV Kenya. Tweet us the answer. What was the answer for the caramelized onions? Okay. Oh my God. No. Okay, I just gave you the answer, but you need to give.
I'm gonna stop while we're ahead and just come back over here. I think it's tasting time for the chicken burger, Chef Ali.
Yes, it's about that time. I will ask Chef Willie.
Okay, so we have a full breakfast happening in here. Of course, we have some cereals underneath, and then we have fruit, and then we have some yogurt, and again another cereals. You can see some cornflakes happening there, some rice cereals, some fruit. It's a balanced breakfast for you guys, and rich with all the kind of vitamins. At the end of the day, you know, it's all about power breakfast. Strong.
Pagwan selector, Manasseh. I'm gonna do this thing for the television now. It's time for me to taste the chicken burger. It's going live and direct.
No. Can somebody hold this mic? I'm trying to drink some food.
Okay, great. Let me do that.
Francis Gashuri. Amekimbia.
Sasa, why don't we compete on this one, eh? Wacha ikatwe mara mbili. Alafu na atamaliza haraka.
Ama kwanza mara mbili.
Ikatwe mara mbili. Ama hata kuna kukatia haki yako na kunyima haki.
Sawa,
ikatwe mara mbili, alafu sasa tuone atamaliza haraka. Alafu ikiwa tumejaa kwa mdomo unakata, si ndio? Tuna wind up.
Pia niseme kwamba kuna mafans ambayo wanapenda sana kula. Even as you get that question, #PowerBreakfast, Chef Ali almost gave the answer away, but we'll just scroll back to see the first person who answered it right. Yeah. What is the name of the audience that was used there? You get a free barbecue lunch at Gong Hills Hotel, and then you also get a gift hamper.
Two winners
as well. So it has been cut in half. So this particular testing is dedicated to Eric Binjes and David Osian. This is for you, my people.
All right. Oh, look at that cheese.
Wait, so
in 3, you gonna hold the plate? All right, good. Wait. Yeah. In 3, 2, 1. Are you gonna count?
Okay. In 3, 2, 1. There go. This is just not going to end well. Either way, between Chef Ali and Willis Raburu, I don't know where your money's on. Should have put some money on this. Someone should have bet something. So keep tweeting at Citizen TV Kenya using the #PowerBreakfast. If you want to win yourself some beautiful tea from Creature Gold and also a lunch for 2 at Ngong Hills Hotel. Hakuna maji. Hivo. That's how it is. No, that's cheating. No juice. No juice. Just gotta go down the way the Lord intended. What is going on? Oh, Chef Ali's almost done. He's got like 1 bite left. No, you gotta swallow. We have to see that's the food. Willis is out of the race. What's happening? Willis Raburu loses in a food competition live on Citizen TV Kenya. This has never happened before, ladies and gentlemen. This is history in the making.
I would like to issue a statement. I want to say categorically that we were not consulted. I did not know the rules and regulations of this particular eating debate. And therefore...
All right, Chef Ali, congratulations. How do you feel about your win?
Thank you very much. Sasa ndo wajue kwa sisi waga tunajifanyishanga hapa tukule, lakini tunakula kweli. Kuna watu wenye kukula kushinda wenyewe, ndio?
We want to say thank you so much to Ngong Hills Hotel, to Chef Ali, to Eric for coming through and talking to us about food safety. We've had fun on Power Breakfast this morning. Of course, we'll be back tomorrow with more. We're going to leave Willis to finish. As a loser that he is, he still got to finish the race, because that's what we preach here, you know, is endurance. All right, thank you so much for watching. Citizen Extra coming up next. We'll see you later.